It is a wet, rainy day here in Southern California, which is the perfect day to kick off Overland Expo, which is in Costa Mesa for the first time. And I'm excited to check out everything that's going on here at the OC Fairgrounds. But before that happens, it's load-in day, and I've met up with something rather interesting. 1, 2, 3 per side, 6 wheels? What the hell is this thing? This is the Bedrock XT2. See, it says it right there. It's from a company called Krug, which is based in Austria. Now they're making trucks here in the US, and they're doing so with a familiar name it's on the other side. Oh, it's on this side too. Krug Expedition, Arctic trucks. That's why it has these massive Continental tires on it. This thing is an absolute beast, and it's not cheap, but we'll get into that in a minute, because what it does have is the ability to live off-grid for basically as long as you need to. You know, if you want to do that, get out there and see the world thing, this is one of the vehicles that's going to let you do that. So let's go inside and see it. These steps, by the way, these are power operated. So you can close them up at night when you're parked. Oh, come inside, little closet, immediately. Huge bed. I'm 6'3", and I can easily sleep in it. It's basically nearly a king-size bed. Roof access, if you need to get out and do stuff up there. Entertainment, which is awesome. Come back here, other side of the truck. Some storage. Kitchen area with some windows. This can be folded down. The table can fold down into another sleeping area. That is a combo fridge. That is a combo oven/microwave in one. This is a neat little drawer system where everything is tucked away pretty nicely, so you're not going to be hearing all the rattling. That's my coffee. There's an induction cooktop, power everywhere, lights everywhere. This table folds out, but here's a piece I really like. Full size area here. Like, take a proper shower, take a proper something else, and just, you know, enjoy your time in the outdoors in a different way, in a fancy way. What does this start life as? Well, the truck, the chassis basically is a Ford F550 that Arctic truck takes and beefs up and adds a whole new axle out on back. Under the hood, 6.7 liter turbo diesel Power Stroke V8, makes 330 horsepower, but it makes enough torque to launch things into orbit, if I had to guess. Now that axle on this one, it doesn't drive the truck at all. This is a 6x4. The plan is to eventually do a 6x6, and initially the idea of that not being a driven axle sounds kind of lame. However, it's actually here to reduce ground pressure by 25%. So, you know, there's a lot of weight of this vehicle. Adding that axle distributes the load better. And it's all air suspension too, so you can adjust that as needed. And then that rear axle it does have brakes, so it does help in braking as well, which is good as well. So it's actually for ground force distribution and braking to get rid of that stuff, and so you're not just like punishing the earth as you drive over it. Now this is a big rig. It's doing big rig things. It's tall too. It's over 12 feet tall. So you gotta, where can you take this? You can take this lots of places, but you also have to be mindful of what you're getting into. But the tires, the suspension, there's adjustments to the steering. There's a central air system for the tires too. So you can really get this in and out of places like a proper off-roading vehicle, just assuming you have enough space to get it down the trail. And if you don't, just go park it on a beach somewhere and spend your days, because this has over 1,400 watts of solar power, and it has a huge battery bank, so you can store the power and just stay off grid and keep the power going. And then it has a water tank, which you can refill through an optional filtration system. If you found like a stream, you can refill your water tank, which is kind of amazing. That's a really cool feature. There's some storage underneath, and there's just like a lot of other purposeful things thought about in a vehicle like this. Now, I do have to sit down for a minute and talk about the price. Because a vehicle like this obviously isn't going to be cheap, inexpensive. There's a lot that's gone. Just think about the Arctic truck portion of it itself before you get into the actual habitat. They say they've done a lot of engineering, so there's no like hot and cold spots in this, so it's like even temperature distribution, which also helps in not overusing the power needed to heat or cool it, because it just maintains it really nicely. These start at $690,000. This one, as tested, is about $720,000. Now, crazy number. It's you know, house. It's more house than most people buy in this country. Compared to some of the other things out there, though, on the other end, you have Sprinter vans going for $200,000 that aren't as nice as this and aren't as capable as this either. And then on the other end, you have something like an Earth Roamer, which is $1 million, and this is, you know, closer to that. Earth Roamers are very fancy vehicles, but this feels like it's in that same category, and it's being built by a company, Krug Expeditions, out of Austria, which over in Europe they make these series module trucks based on MAN chassis and Sprinter, like Unimog type chassis that are just wicked looking machines. So they know what they're doing. So you got to treat this like you're buying a vacation home. That's honestly the way to look at it. And I believe because of this, what this does qualify for a longer term loan. Like I think you can do 15-year loans on these things. I got to double check on that, but you can do, I'm pretty sure you can do the longer term RV style loans and then treat this like a vacation home, because when you're out and about, that's really what it is. And I know some of you are like, dude, just give me a tent. I want to, like, as someone who's gotten off the ground and experienced nicer and nicer things in terms of camping, I'd like to be camping this way. If my stomach starts rumbling, I want to know I got a place to handle that. And if I need to take a shower, I can take a shower. And I still appreciate the just getting out there in a sleeping bag as well. But if I'm taking my family out, I mean, this is a good way to do it, especially because it probably drives wonderfully. And we're not driving it today. We're just here to take a look at it. They were kind enough to let us get a peek at it before they load it into Overland Expo, which is going down here. By the time this video comes out, it will already have gone down. But yeah, I'm excited to see this thing. I'm gonna try to talk them into letting me borrow it for a camping trip or a Lemons race or something. But for now, it's a great peek at it. What a machine.